KBC Bank N.V is a Belgian universal multi-channel bank, focusing on private clients and small and medium-sized enterprises. Besides retail banking, insurance and asset management activities, KBC is active in European debt capital markets, domestic cash equity markets and in the field of corporate banking, leasing, factoring, reinsurance, private equity and project and trade finance in Belgium, Central and Eastern Europe and elsewhere. KBC is an initialism for Kredietbank ABB Insurance CERA Bank. The parent company, KBC Group N.V, is one of the major companies and the second largest bancassurer in Belgium. It is the 18th largest bank in Europe and a major financial player in Central and Eastern Europe, employing some 51,000 staff worldwide and serving 11 million customers worldwide. The group is controlled by a syndicate of core shareholders, but has a free float of some 41%. In the core shareholders, KBC and CERA Group controls 30%, 23% per 7%, ABB controls around 13% and a group of industrialist families controls another 11%. The free float was chiefly held by a large variety of international institutional investors as of the end of 2010. Its shares are traded on the Euronext exchange in Brussels and the Luxembourg Stock Exchange. The group's overall aim is to be an independent, medium-sized provider of bank assurance for private clients and enterprises in selected European countries, with a focus on asset management and in financial markets. History: the Catholic Volksbank van Leuven, founded in 1889, was one of the earliest predecessors of the KBC Bank. Another predecessor was the Bremer Wirtschaftsverein, founded in 1889 and changed later into Bank van Bremen AG. In 1935, the Banks Algemeen Bankvereniging and Volksbank van Leuven merged with the Bank voor Handel en Nijverheid to create the Kredietbank. The Kredietbank would be the only Belgian financial institution under Flemish control which would survive the financial crisis of the Great Depression of the 1930s. Fernand Collin, who became president in 1938, conceived the business strategy which would lead to the growth of the bank. He defined the Kredietbank as an independent bank with a decidedly Flemish character which would be an instrument to further Flemish economic growth. During World War II, the bank would be able to expand its activities and grow its deposits from the Flemish middle class. After the war, because of the economic recovery, the Kredietbank, now the third largest bank in Belgium, was able to increase the number of operating branches in Flanders. The post-war growth strategy of the bank emphasized foreign expansion and the development of portfolio management services for investors. The bank expanded into Luxembourg in 1949 with the Kredietbank SA Luxembourgeoise and into Wallonia with the establishment of the CRA Copyright dit Gar Copyright na Copyright Ruil de Belgique in 1961. The Kredietbank also expanded into Belgian Congo. It established a branch in La Copyright Apolloville in 1952. Then in 1954 it acquired Banque Congolaise pour la Euro unregistered trademark industry, Le Commerce, et la Euro unregistered trademark agriculture and renamed it Kredietbank Congo. Ultimately it had 4 branches, one each in La Copyright Apolloville, Bukavu, Elizabethville and Stanleyville. Due to the situation emerging after the independence of Belgian Congo in 1960, the bank discontinued its Congolese operations in 1966. In the 60s, driven by increasing competition, the bank worked on the expansion of its branch network and improvement of consumer services. In 1966, the bank began building a foreign correspondent network and the establishment of foreign branches in New York, London, the Cayman Islands, and a subsidiary in Geneva, the Kredietbank SA in 1970, together with 6 other European institutions. Kredietbank established the Inter Alpha group of banks. The Kredietbank N.V. Bruxelles acquired the main part of the shares from the Bank van Bremen AG since 1982. The branch in Bremen was renamed to Kredietbank Bank van AG in 1990. In 1998, the Kredietbank merged with 2 financial institutions originating from the Boer Bonde, NL, ABB Insurance and CERA Bank, to form the KBC Bank and Insurance Holding Company. Since then, the group has significantly expanded its activities, chiefly in Central and Eastern Europe. In 2005, KBC set another milestone by merging with its parent company, Manage, and changing its name to KBC Group N.V, NL. Over the past decade, KBC has built up a strong presence in many of the countries that joined the EU on May 1, 2004 by investing some €7.4 billion in acquisitions. More recently, KBC has made acquisitions in Bulgaria, Romania, Russia, Serbia and Slovakia. After receiving government support during the financial crisis, the bank embarked on a divestment program to satisfy the requirements of the European Commission. As such, it has sold or is planning to sell several subsidiaries, such as Santé, FD, Kredietbank, ADB, KBC Deutschland, and KBLEPB, its network of European private banking subsidiaries. Structure and main subsidiaries. KBC Group N.V is the direct parent company of KBC Bank N.V, KBC Insurance N.V, KBC Asset Management N.V, Kredietbank S.A. Luxembourgeoise, Value Source Technologies, Chennai, India. All other KBC Group companies are direct or indirect subsidiaries of these. Recent news. In September 2013, KBC agreed the sale of its German unit, KBC Deutschland, to several investors, including affiliates of Teacher Retirement System of Texas, Apollo Global Management, Apollo Commercial Real Estate Finance Incorporated and Grove Point Capital. KBC Bank N.V. KBC Bank is the main subsidiary. Its first home market is Belgium, where it is one of the top 3 banks, with a 20 to 25% market share and over 3 million customers. Its second home market is Central Europe, served via subsidiaries and investments in the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Poland and Slovenia. With effect from July 2008, KBC Bank has acquired another small Slovakian bank, Istra Banka. In all of these countries except Poland, KBC Bank is a top 4 player by market share. It also has a substantial presence in Ireland through its subsidiary KBC Bank Ireland, which is a major player in both the corporate and residential mortgage markets there. In all, KBC Bank has established a presence in some 30 countries around the globe. In 2007, KBC expanded its presence to Eastern Europe through the acquisition of DZI Insurance and Bank in Bulgaria. KBC Project Finance is a subsidiary of KBC Bank, and has been an active player in the non-recourse financing of projects since the early 1990s. Headquartered in Dublin, it also has professionals based in London, Brussels, New York, Hong Kong, and Sydney. Its main business lines are energy and infrastructure. This includes financing projects in sectors such as the oil and gas industry, power, renewable energy, and public-private partnership. It has a portfolio in excess of $5 billion, financing approximately 250 projects worldwide. KBC Bank also has investment banking operations in Europe, US and Asia. A specialist arm called KBC Financial Products operates primarily in global convertible bonds. Its branch in Japan is called KBC Securities Japan, which specializes in secondary equity broking, convertible bonds, warrants, and equity derivatives. Kredietbank S.A. Luxembourgeoise, European Private Bankers, KBL European Private Bankers is no longer a subsidiary of KBC since a sale was agreed to Precision Capital for a reported $1.05 billion. See also: Paul Borfgreif, Fernand Collin, Luc de Bailly, Frank Donk, Alain Titgate, Jots van Weyenbusch, Remy Vermeuren, former President, Philippe Fleurick. References: ABCDEFG Annual Report 2010. KBC Group. Retrieved April 22, 2011. Edouard Mambu Markenzu. 2006. A Modern History of Monetary and Financial Systems of Congo, 1885 to 1995, History of the German Branch. KBC Bank. Retrieved April 11, 2013. Philippe Blankinsop. KBC sells German unit to several investors. Reuters. Istra Banka bought by Osobona, the Slovak Spectator. Spectator SK. Retrieved April 11, 2013. Van Doe, Herman and Van Doe Verberit, Monique, People Make History, the Kredietbank and the Economic Rise of Flanders, 1935 to 1985, Brussels, Kredietbank, 1985. External links, official website.